Hello. The net has been a little troublesome today. So anyways, I'll just finish off with what I was trying to say. So two parts and this is the third part. I'm just posting this. So give me a few seconds. Yeah, welcome back. I know you guys got disconnected. I couldn't help it. Technical reason. Just a couple of minutes more. I want to just wind up this. Well, I guess the people who were watching this before, not sure if you're connected back. So I was saying about how the watchfulness, if it is not correct, then it might seem very conflicting. So the people who have just joined on this third can look into part 1 and part 2 small videos where I spoke about this issue about healing relationships, why sometimes it turns bitter, and sometimes we are unable to understand as to why it's not working. I was told the healing is not working. It's not exactly about the healing stuff. It is our approach to that, and our approach to as to the definition of healing. We should know the definition of healing. What is healing actually? Who knows? Sometimes we might be applying things in the wrong way and not getting results. So I was saying, finally, the person said, okay, she doesn't call, so I'm not going to call. And then said that in the Anahata and throat chakra, there were burning sensations. Now, whenever such sensations happens, there's nothing to get too mad about, because that's a good indication to tell you the body is trying to show you that these are the locations that need healing. So now you can focus on that particular chakra and heal. Convert that into light. Send a lot of healing into that chakra and look into things with full of awareness as to what it is trying to show. And always the intention should be for the highest good of myself and the highest good of the other person. Because then it is unconditional. We are not focusing on the result कि ऐसे ही होना है. Victory should be mine. And then I focus on healing. No, that's wrong. Whoever, whatever is right, let that happen. What is my issue here? I should finish off this karmic debt. That should be the intention, more than twisting and seeing what result I want from it. Never focus on the results. That is why it is said surrender the results. Focus on the intention. Intention should be to get released from that karmic bondage, because that karmic bondage is what is troubling you. It is not that person, that craving, that desire, the trouble that you have with that person again and again, that memory of that person which is hurting you, which is causing resentment, which is causing suffering, agony. That is the karma, the karmic debt is what is causing, it's not the person. So your intention should be to heal that stuff which is causing you that problem. Because once that karma goes, now you might feel an attraction and all that, but once it goes, then it will not be in your mind also, because the trouble is gone. That's how we release our baggage one by one. So you're again and again saying here, so logically I should not message her as she doesn't want to talk. So logically you are saying this also. Watch this. You have used at least 3 times logically saying, logically saying. So you know logical is not the solution. Logical is the ego mind. Whereas these are all subtle stuff which needs awareness. Awareness is never logical. So the solution should be in awareness, non-logical. And if you want non-logical, then you have to enter into awareness. And if you want awareness, then you have to be non-logical. So you see, we are making mistakes. We know that logically we cannot solve it, but we are trying to logically solve. See, the answers are in your own writings. Then you say, I tried Shambhavi healing taught by Babaji, but it's not working. Now, in part 1 and part 2 of the video, I completely explained why it is not working. Or probably part 2, I have explained why it's not working. So it's not the healing that is the problem. The intention is the problem. And the idea about healing is the problem. We have not known exactly how it is. You also say, see, immediately after they say, you said, I tried Shambhavi healing by Babaji, but it's not working. And immediately the next sentence is, it subsided a few minutes and then it comes back. See, if it subsided means it's working. See the conflicts. We ourselves create all these conflicts. You said it's not working, and then you say it worked for some time, it subsided for some time. That means the healing worked. Then it came back again. Why it came back? Because the root cause is not healed. The focus was superficial on something else. So it gave you that superficial results, but it worked. That relief that you got shows it worked. Energies work. But you were not permanently in that relief because the root cause was still there. You felt a little nice, but slowly the root again sprouted out. And when it sprouted out, it hurt again. So the reason it came back, why it came back, also I have explained in part 2 and part 3. Then you write, what do I do to heal me? That should have been the end. See, when you ask a question, what should I do to heal? That's all. So all this was not actually required. If you would have just briefly told this and told this, but good that you wrote this because you poured your heart out, your frustration out. In that, it showed a lot of areas which I could see in a certain way through awareness and explain it to you, and probably to the people who are watching this or who will watch this. It will help them to see things in different ways. So good you wrote this anyways. And then again you say, what do I do to heal me? Still it's not the end. Again you wrote a sentence after that. What do I do to heal me? Because I know there is no use calling or pursuing her again. Because if one has decided not to respond, they will not respond. Are you seeing? The focus is still on changing the other person. It's your subconscious that is telling. I'm not telling. What do I do to heal me? The focus is now on me. Okay, what should I heal? And suddenly you have shifted again. Because if that person doesn't want to talk, it's not going to happen anyways. Then why should I? Getting it? So it has shifted back again there. This is the victimhood. This is the blame game. This is when we feel somebody else is responsible for that. I'm doing everything, but that person is not. No. I am doing everything, and how that person reacts or responds should not affect us. That is healing. Tomorrow, what if you feel you have done something and it got healed and that person has begun talking? Tomorrow, what if it repeats again? It's going to hurt you again back. It's a temporary solutions that we are seeking for. Rather seek permanent. Whatever is the final thing. especially when it comes to relationship ones. We should understand that not everything or everyone is meant for us. There are certain relationships that are meant for us, truly meant for us. Okay, that's fine. Nothing is eternal. It's all on the planet Earth. That's all. What we say is meant for us also is only till here. One day it has to separate, even that. It's just a play, temporary lifespan play. And in the lifespan also, there will be many times, many relationships coming and going, coming and going, coming and going. They're all coming due to our past karmic debts. That has to be given a completion. That is how one by one, one by one, one by one, we keep on working. What is good, let it stay. What is not good, let it go. Let go, release. This should be the intention and focus. So if you work in this manner, focus completely in this manner, then the solution will certainly come. And this is how one by one, we get out of issues. So I think I'm done with this. I was not, as I told in part one, I was not really wanting to come because this was so long. I couldn't type this. I don't know how to type all this. So I said explaining it is better and easier. That is why I came live too. So I'm going back to my own world, and because I have a lot of other work that I'm doing. Work has begun, and inner work also, and my professional work also. So we focus back on that. So I just came for this thing, and I hope it helps you all in some or the other way. And I don't know if you are come directly to this video, please go and watch part 1, part 2, and part 3, small videos. I think all together it's 1 hour. And in part 1, I have also spoken about our current conditions of the world, the planet Earth, the ascension, and what kind of a situation it could be in the coming months and the year 2021, what it could possibly be, and how we can do our best to grace through the situation. It's a testing time for all of us. Everybody is tested, even the spiritual people, or even the best of spiritual people, or the worst of spirit. Everybody is moving through, because when you are going to such a dimension which is very, very pure, every single thing has to be dropped. Every single thing. It will not leave till the final. The ascension will not stop till the last soul is transformed, and the ascension of every individual will not stop till the last negative aspect is dissolved. That is how the thing works, individually and collectively. So with this, I take your leave, and rest I will be always continuously posting as I've always done. And whenever I feel the need, if the need be, I'll come. Only if the need be. Rest all I've already talked in all the videos. It's the same thing if you'd like to practice. So with this and lots of, I hope there are no messages here. Okay, since we missed out, there must be something. If anything, I'll just type an answer. Take care, with lots of love and light to all of you. Gurudev Sharanam. Guru Mandala Sharanam. Bye.